FluoRender tutorials. Capturing render view and movie export. Part 1. Capturing render view. You can choose to save a project when the render view is captured. To do so, make sure the option Save Project when Capture Viewport or Output Movie is checked in the settings. To capture the current render view and save the result as an image, click the Capture button in the render view's top toolbar. There are several additional options for saving the image file. You can choose to compress the image using the LZW algorithm, to save an alpha channel, and to duplicate data files in a project folder if saving project for capturing is enabled in the settings. Type in the image file name and click Save to finish capturing. You can restrict the capturing to a cropped region of the render view using the cropping functions. Click the Cropping tab in the Record/Export panel. Check Enable Cropping to show the cropping region. The cropping region is initially calculated based on data size. You can change the position and size of the cropping region by setting their values below. If you have changed the zoom value of the data, you can use the Reset button to reset the cropping region. Resetting the cropping region recalculates it to just include the data. Click Capture to capture and save an image file that contains only the render view within the crop region. Part 2. Basic Movie Export. Use the settings in the Basic tab of the Record/Export panel for making and exporting basic rotation movies. You can choose the rotation axis, the rotation angle in degrees, and the interpolation method for rotation. Click the play button to preview the rotation movie, click it again to stop the movie, and the rewind button to go back. You can shorten the movie length to increase the rotation speed. Changing the interpolation method to smooth allows the rotation to gradually accelerate and decelerate. To export the movie and save it in a file, click the Save button. You can increase or decrease the bitrate of the movie to change the compression and quality of the movie file. Click Save to save the file. Part 3. Advanced Movie Export. Use the functions in the Advanced tab to create keyframe animations for movie export. Click Add to create a keyframe that records the current render view state. Rotate or zoom the render view. Click Add again to create another keyframe. You can keep adding keyframes using this method. Double-click the name of a keyframe to view its state. Click the play button to view the animation. Frames between two keyframes are generated by interpolation. You can change the frame interpolation method to smooth. You can also change the frame length between two keyframes. The playback of the animation becomes faster when each in-between frame length is shortened. You can add keyframes that record clipping planes as well. Change the position of a clipping plane and add a keyframe. Add another keyframe when the clipping plane is moved back. Click the play button to view the entire animation. Click Save to export the animation and save a file. Part 4. Time Sequence Movie. You can export a movie of a time sequence as well. You can set time sequence range, movie length, and FPS. Setting the FPS to 10 without changing the movie length makes the playback skip time points of the sequence. Increase the movie length to 21 seconds. All 210 time points of the time sequence can then be exported. Depending on the computer hardware, the preview playback may not achieve the desired FPS. Click the Save button to export the time sequence to a file. The saved movie file will have the correct FPS.